Think your phone flashlight is all you need? Think again. This thing does what your phone flashlight can't. And look at it. It's freaking tiny. Hey everyone. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Nitecore TINI 3, an ultra-compact 600 lumen EDC keychain flashlight that's packed with features you usually only see in much larger flashlights. Whether you're looking for a compact flashlight, or you're an EDC gearhead, or maybe you're just looking for the perfect keychain companion, this review will get you started. All right, let's start with the unboxing. The packaging isn't really anything to write home about, but it's relatively clean. It conveys the product's main features and tells you what's in the box. I also like this little transparent little window that actually lets you see the product through the packaging. All right, so as we take things out of the box here, I love this little tab that you can pull on to more easily pull out the plastic container. It's a really nice touch. So as you can see, the container's two-sided. There's the keychain, so you've got the user manual, and of course the charging cable right there, and the actual flashlight. The TINI 3 is impressively small, measuring just 1.86 inches long, 1 inch wide, and only 0.55 inches thick. It weighs a featherlight 0.71 ounces, which is about 20 grams. So you'll barely notice this thing is on your keychain. The body is crafted from aluminum alloy with a military-grade hard anodized finish. It gives it a nice solid premium feel while keeping it durable and lightweight. It also comes in several colors, including alloy orange, forest gray, and this classic black I have here. So there's a style for everyone. The flashlight is rated IP54 for water and dust resistance, and it can survive drops from up to 2 meters, making it tough enough for your sort of daily carry and outdoor use. Now let's talk about the design. There's a lot to like here. That is, if you're more into kind of a tactical look, which is definitely what this mini flashlight is all about. On the front here, you have two LED light emitters. On the top here, you have a mini OLED display with two buttons. The bottom button is a simple on-off switch, while the second button allows you to rotate between various light outputs. On one of the sides here, you have the USB charging port, which is hidden behind this tiny rubber cover. I'm going to try and open it here for you. Yeah. And on the back, you have a little metal clip that you can attach the included key ring here. This can apparently withstand up to 30 kilograms or 66 pounds of weight. I actually tried it with about 45 pounds of force and it held up just fine. One of the best features of the Nitecore TINI 3 is the little tiny OLED display. There it is. The screen gives you real-time info, brightness level, color temperature, battery status, and the remaining runtime. So no more guessing how much juice you have left. As I said before, the navigation is handled by two electronic switches, one for power, one for mode. The buttons are slightly recessed to prevent accidental activation, but maybe a bit small for those with larger hands or if you're using gloves to try and turn this thing on. The TINI 3 also has two lockout modes, a semi-lockout, which still allows turbo mode access, and a full lockout, which prevents all accidental activation. This is a nice touch for anyone that, obviously is going to be carrying this thing around in their pocket. Charging is via a modern USB-C port. Hidden under a rubber cover here, charges fully in about 1.5 hours and can even be used while charging. It's handy as a reading light or as a backup light during a power outage. But one thing that I was a little bit confused by is why is one end USB-C and why is the other end USB-A? Companies really need to stop doing this. The TINI 3 boasts a maximum output of 600 lumens with a beam distance of up to 98 yards, which is about 90 meters. That's enough to light up an alleyway or a small field, impressive for a keychain light. There are 5 brightness levels. Ultra low, which is 1 lumen and can last up to 85 hours. Low, which is 15 lumens and can last up to 9 hours. Mid, which is 65 lumens, which can last up to 2 hours and 45 minutes. High, which is 200 lumens and can last up to an hour. And there's Turbo Boost, which is 600 lumens, and that's for a short burst, which can last up to 20 minutes. And just for reference, the latest iPhone 16 Pro has a maximum output of around 50 lumens with its flashlight. The beam is nice, it's floody and even, and thanks to the TIR optic with a honeycomb pattern, it's perfect for close-up tasks and general EDC use. It has no distracting artifacts or color shifts, which is really nice. The real innovation here is the multiple color temperature or MCT system. This lets you switch between warm white, which is 3000K. This is great for fog, rain, or nighttime use, and it's easy on the eyes. Can switch to the neutral light, and this is 4500K color temperature. This is nicely balanced for daily tasks and reading. And there's the cool light, which maximizes visibility outdoors or when you need maximum brightness. Each color temperature is available at all 5 brightness levels, and there's no real warm tax. The output remains consistent regardless of color temperature that you choose. You can switch color temperatures by pressing and holding the 2 buttons together. Now let's look at how this flashlight compares to the small keychain light from Olight. All right, I only have one other flashlight keychain that I want to show you as it compares to the Nitecore TINI 3, and that's this Olight IR2 flashlight that I got a couple of years ago. They're actually similar size. Now you can see that the Olight only has one LED emitter, while the TINI 3 Nitecore has 2 dual emitters there. In terms of weight, the Olight's a little bit heavier, not by much though, and they both have little clips on the end here that you can use to attach to your keychain. Other than that, I'm not going to show you a comparison of how they perform just because this Olight, the battery is dead right now, but in any case, you can just sort of see the size difference there. Okay, let's talk about battery and charging. The internal 330 milliampere lithium-ion battery is a step up from previous models, offering up to 85 hours of runtime on ultra-low. Even at the relatively high 200 lumen brightness level, you'll get a full hour of runtime. The OLED display keeps you informed about the battery status, which is a nice-to-have feature. And while I commend Nitecore for including the USB-C charging cable, it's very baffling to me why one end is USB-A. When manufacturers make this sort of a decision, it only serves to perpetuate the need for everyone to keep older USB-A charging bricks around, which, considering it was introduced in 1996, yeah, almost 30 years ago, it's getting a little bit tiresome at this point. All right, let's have a look at the pros and cons. First, the pros. The Nitecore TINI 3 is extremely compact and lightweight. It's perfect for keychain EDC. The 600 lumen output rivals much larger flashlights, and the adjustable color temperature for different environments and preferences is really nice. The OLED display is small and sharp, and it's nice that it provides real-time feedback. The battery life is excellent on this little guy, and it also helps that it's durable, water, and impact resistant. Now, as for the cons, the buttons are quite small to operate this little guy. So perhaps it might be tricky for people with larger hands or if you've got gloves on. The locking mechanism can be a bit confusing at first. I had to play around with that a bit. The built-in battery is not replaceable. The color rendering index is also not very high, so color accuracy isn't perfect. Maybe something to consider for anybody doing photography or color critical tasks. And of course, the price. At $44.95, the value for what amounts to a keychain accessory, it just might not be for everyone. So, who is this tiny flashlight for? Well, if you want a small, powerful, and feature-packed beam for your keychain, the Nitecore TINI 3 is kind of hard to beat. It's ideal for EDC enthusiasts, travelers, campers, and anyone who wants a reliable light in a compact package. The adjustable color temperature is, a feature that really stands out, making it adaptable for most situations. Okay, final thoughts. I think overall, I really like this little flashlight a lot. In the world of ultralight and ultra small flashlights, this Tiny 3 really kind of sets a new standard for keychain flashlights. With its high output, versatile color temperatures, and smart OLED display, it's a true everyday carry item that is easy to put in the pocket. If you can get past the small buttons and slightly higher price point, I think it's a fantastic upgrade for your keychain. If you want to get this little bad boy for yourself, I've left a link down in the description below. If you found this review helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more EDC gear reviews, and let me know in the comments, what's your favorite keychain flashlight? And would you upgrade to the Tiny 3? Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.